morning, my viewers. Welcome to Novel Tutorials. So today we're discussing mathematics, and our area of concentration is quadratic equation. Quadratic equation. So we are going to be looking at factorization, completing the square method. That's where we base our concentration on completing the square method. So let's look at how we can use completing the square method to solve quadratic equation. First of all, we know that the general form of a quadratic equation is x squared plus bx plus c is equals to what? 0. Now let's use completing the square method to analyze this solution. Now, first of all, the first step 1, the first thing we need to do now is to move this one over, changing from plus to minus because it's crossing the equality sign. So we have ax squared plus bx is equals to minus c. Now, this first step, the first basic step 1 is divide or make x squared a unity. Are you there? Make x squared a unity. What does it mean to make x squared a unity? Make the coefficient of x squared to be 1. And that means that the coefficient of x squared here is a. So how do you make it a unity? By dividing both sides by a. Make x squared a unity by dividing both sides by a. Now, I will then say ax squared over a plus bx over a is equals to minus c over what? A. Now, we now have a divide a, we are left with x squared plus bx over a is equals to minus c over what? A. Now, step 2. Now, multiply the coefficients of x by half and square it in both sides. Multiply the coefficient of x by half and square it in both sides. Now, we have two x here. The x that is carrying square and the one that is not carrying square. So the one we are looking at is that x that is not having raised to the power of what? 2, which is this one. So the coefficient of x, some students will say that the coefficient of x here is b. No. The coefficient of x here is b over a. Multiply it by half, you have b over a times half. B times 1 is b, all over 2, a times 2 is 2a. And square it in both sides, we have x raised to the power of 2 plus b over 2a all raised to the power of 2 is equals to minus c over a plus b over 2a all raised to the power of 2. Now, because this one will now go because we are now replacing it with b over 2a all raised to the power of 2. Now, x here is carrying square, b over 2 is carrying square. So bring them together and raise them to the power of 2. All raised to the power of 2 is equals to minus c over a plus b over 2a all raised to the power of 2. Now, this one is not carrying square. So you now analyze this one. So it means b over 2a times b over 2a. So b over 2a all raised to the power of 2 means b over 2a times b over 2a. So b times b will now give you b squared over 4a squared. 2 times 2 is 4, and a times a is a raised to the power of 2. So we analyze this one. So you have x plus b over 2a all raised to the power of 2 is equals to minus c over a plus b squared all over 4a squared. Now, because you break this one down, you have b squared, b over 2a times b over 2a. b times b is b squared, and 2a times 2a is 4a squared. So, now, you now arrange them in order of their sign. So, the plus should come first. So, you have x plus b over 2a all raised to the power of 2 is equals to, this one comes first, the one carrying plus comes first. You have plus b over 4a squared. If you like, you remove the plus. Then you now take the one carrying minus to the back. You have minus c all over what? A. The LCM of 4a squared and a is still 4a squared. So you now have something like this. So you have 4a squared. 4a squared divided 4a squared is 1. 1 times b squared is b squared minus a divided 4a. A squared. You have 4a squared divided by a. So this means 4 times a divided by a. We now have 4a. 4a times c is 4ac. You still have your x plus b over 2a. All raised to power what? 2. Now, since you have this, the square will now cross equality sign, changing from square to square root. So you now have x plus b over 2a is equals to, now when it's now crossing, the plus or minus sign will now be introduced. Now I have square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 4a squared. And you should know that this also means that x plus b over 2a is equals to square root of the up, b squared minus 4ac all over square root of the down, in square root of 4a squared. Now the denominator is a perfect square. Now you now have that, you still have a plus or minus here. So x plus b minus all over 2a is equals to plus or minus b squared minus 4ac all over. The square root of 4 is 2. The square root of 4 is 2 and the square root of a squared is a. If you follow the law of indices, the square root of a squared is a. Now you now move this one over. So you now have x is equals to minus b over 2a plus or minus b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Now they are the same. The denominators are the same. So your final answer will now be minus b plus or minus square root of b squared all minus 4ac all over 2a. And this is the one you call the almighty formula, which you can also use to solve quadratic equation. So with this, if you have understood the method of completing the square here, with this you can solve any equation given to you in quadratic equation that you have been asked to use completing the square method. Thank you very much. Make sure you subscribe. Now this is a quadratic equation in a form of word problem, and this is taken from WAEC 1995 question 7c. That is the theory equation. Now let's read the equation. The equation says the product of two consecutive positive odd numbers is 195. By constructing a quadratic equation and solving it, find the number. Normally we used to hear this kind of equation that says the sum of two consecutive numbers without specifying whether it's odd or even. We used to hear this one. But these kind of equations, you see them when we do or when we start solving junior WAEC equations. But when it comes to senior WAEC, they like confusing students with that term odd numbers. But no shaking, we are going to dissolve this equation now. So we have solution now. Now, how can we be able to analyze this? They say odd numbers. Now let's take for us to analyze this, let's go back to our counting system. Apart from 0, the first number we have is 1. Now the next number we have is 2, but 2 is not an odd number. 2 is an even number. Now how can we get the next odd number? Because 1 is an odd number. What can we do to get the next odd number? By adding 2 to 1 to give us what? 3. If we want to get the next odd number, we also add 2 to 3 to give us what? 5. As we continue to add 2 to each of them, we continue to get the successive or the next odd number. So now, when I say let the number be y. Now, the first number will be y as regards to 1. The first number will be y. Then the next one, because they say there are 2, the next one will be y plus 2, because you are adding 2 to get the odd number. Now the question says the product of the two consecutive odd numbers. Now the product of these two is giving us 195, and product in mass is multiplication or times. Now so the product of this y times y plus 2 will give us 195. Now definitely the person that said this question knows that this question will lead us to a quadratic equation. That's why I say by constructing a quadratic equation and solving it, find the numbers, not the number, find the numbers. Now, we now have that y, you now open the bracket, y times y will give you y raised to power 2 plus y times 2 is 2y is equals to 195. Is equals to what? 195. And this is a good example of quadratic equation. Now we're going to apply our knowledge of completing the square to solve this now. So we have that here now, we'll try to make x in the one carrying square unity, and it's already a unity. The coefficient of the one carrying square is 1. So we now have that, we now go to the y. The coefficient of y now is 2. Multiply it by half. 2 times half, we now give you 1. Square the 1 in both sides. So you have y squared plus 1 squared is equals to 195 plus 1 squared. Are you following? Now this is y plus 1 all raised to power 2 is equals to 195 plus y 1 raised to power 2 is 1. So you have y plus 1 all raised to power 2 is equals to 195 plus 1 is 196. So when square is crossing the equality sign, you have y plus 1 is equals to plus or minus square root of 196, and y plus 1 is equals to plus or minus square root of 196 should be giving you 14. 196 should be giving you plus or minus 14. So how do you do it? You have y is equals to plus or minus 14. When this one moves over, it changes to what? Minus 1. So this is y is equals to plus 14 minus 1 or minus 14 minus 1. And y is equals to 13 or y is equals to minus 15. And you should know that your answer should be y is equals to 13 because it's what? Positive. Your answer is a positive number. Now for you now to find the number means that therefore y is equals to 13. Then the next number you now add 2 to it. 13 plus 2 will now give you 15. Therefore the two numbers are 13 and what? 15. So if you want to confirm whether you are correct, do 13 times 15 and see what the answer will give you. It will give you 195. And this is the answer to this question. Thank you. We are still under completing the square method. Let's look at this question. Solve the equation by using completing the square method. 2x squared plus 7x plus 2 is equals to 0. Now, we know first of all, we have to make x squared a unity. So we have divide both sides by 2. Because that's the coefficient of the x squared there. Plus 7x over 2 plus 2 divided 2 is 1 is equals to what? 0. When 2 0, when any number divides 0 is still 0. Now, the next step is to find the coefficient of x. The coefficient of x there is 7 over 2, and you multiply it by half. When you multiply 7 over 2 by half, you have 7 over what? 4. You now have x squared, you now add it to both sides. X squared plus 7 over 4 all raised to power 2 plus, okay, is equals to, we have to move this one over, changing to minus what? 1. So minus 1 plus 7 over 4 all raised to power what? 2. So we now have x plus 7 over 4 all raised to power 2 is equals to minus 1 plus 7 raised to power 2 is 49 over 4 raised to power 2 is 16. So we now have x plus 7 over 4 all raised to power 2 is equals to over 1. So the division of 1 and 16 is 16. 1 divided 16 is 16. 16 times minus 1 is minus 16 plus 16 divided 16 is 1. 1 times 49 is 49. So x plus 7 over 4 all raised to power 2 is equals to 49 minus, that is minus 16 plus 49. We'll be having 33 over what? 16. So now you have x plus 7 over 4 is equals to square root now cross equality sign, changing from square to square root. So you have square root of 33 over what? 16. You now have x plus 7 over 4 is equals to plus or minus square root of 33. Square root of 33 is 5.7. 5.7 to the one decimal place, and square root of 16 is 4. So you have that x equals to plus or minus 5.7 over 4. This one comes inside the minus, and minus 7 over 4. Now, you now follow the plus and minus rule. So you have x equals to plus 5.7 over 4 minus 7 over 4, or minus 5.7 over 4 minus 7 over what? 4. And x is equals to, the LCM of this is 4. And we have 5.7 minus 7, or the same LCM is 4. We have 4 minus 5.7 minus 7. So we now have 5.7 minus 7. 5.7 minus 7, we have x is equals to minus 1.3 over 4, or minus, that's 12.7, I think. 5.7 plus 7, we have 5.7 plus 7, you have 12.7 over what? 4. And x is equals to, when you divide 1.3 by 4, you have minus 0.325, or 12.7 divided 12.7 divided by 4, you have 3 minus 3.175. So these are the answers. X is equals to minus 0.325 or minus 3.175, and that's the answer. Now don't be confused that two of them are carrying minus. There are some questions in quadratic equation when you solve them, all the answers will carry minus. Sometimes all the answers will carry plus, and sometimes some of the answers might carry plus and minus. So these are the cases you can see. So this is the end of this equation. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe. Welcome viewers to our novel tutorial class. Today we'll be looking at a simultaneous equation that has to do with a quadratic equation inside it. So we say solve the equation x minus y is equals to 2 and x squared plus y squared is equals to 52. Okay, now this is a simultaneous equation, and one of the equations is in a quadratic form, but nevertheless, we are not afraid. We are going to resolve this equation. So the solution now. So we know we have three methods of solving simultaneous equation. We have the substitution method, we have the elimination method, and we have the graphical method. The best equation to use here is the substitution method. And when you are using, you start with the smallest equation, the equation 1. They say starting with equation 1. Are you there? So we have x minus y is equals to 2. Now here, you decide you want to make the solid of the formula. So let's make x solid of the formula. So if you are making x solid of the formula, remove this one over, changing from minus to what? Plus. So you have that x is equals to 2 plus what? Y. Now, this is now our equation what? 3. So we now say substitute equation 3 in equation 1, equation 2. We cannot substitute this equation 3 in equation 1 because the equation 3 itself was gotten from equation 1. So we now substitute inside a fresh equation, and that is equation 2. So it means that whenever you see x, you replace it as 2 plus y in equation 2. So we have x squared plus y squared is equals to 52. So x now, you now replace it with 2 plus y squared plus y squared is equals to what? 52. Now, this thing now means 2 plus y and 2 plus y plus y squared is equals to 52. So open the brackets. You have 2 times 2 is 4 plus 2 times y is 2y plus 2y plus y squared plus y squared is equals to 52. 52. This y squared is this one, and the one we have is y times y. So we now have 4 plus 4y plus y squared plus y squared is equals to 52. And these two y squared can add themselves because they are like them. So when you add them, you now have plus 2y squared is equals to what? 52. So now this one and this one are like them. So you move this one over, changing from plus to what? Minus. So you have 4y plus 2y squared is equals to 52 minus what? 4. So you now arrange them in the quadratic nature. The 2y squared comes first, plus 4y is equals to, when you minus this, you should be having 48. So you see that all these numbers here can be divided by 2. So you divide all of them by 2 to break it down to the lowest term. So you have y squared plus 2y is equals to 24. So this is a quadratic equation. So let's use the completing square method to solve it again. So now using completing the square method. So we now ask ourselves, y squared is already a unit. We have y squared plus 2y is equals to 24. Y squared is already a unit. So the next thing we need to do is to multiply the coefficient of y by half and square it to both sides. The coefficient of y there is to multiply it by half and give us 1. Square it to both sides, we have y squared plus 1 squared is equals to 24 plus 1 squared. And when you bring them together, you have y plus 1 whole raised to power 2 is equals to 24 plus 1 raised to power 1 raised to power 2 is 1. So you have y plus 1 is equals to 25. Y plus 1 raised to power 2 is equals to what? 25. So y plus 1 is equals to square root of 25, and you have your plus and what? Minus. So y plus 1 is equals to plus or minus 5. We have that y is equals to plus or minus 5 minus 1, when 1 is crossing equality sign. So you have y is equals to plus 5 minus 1 or minus 5 minus 1, and y is equals to 4 or minus 6. And we know that our y should be positive and y is equals to what? 4, because it's what? Positive. So if we are looking for our x now, we have gotten our y. Looking for our x, we now say substitute y value in equation 3. Third equation, we have x is equals to 2 plus what? Y. Our y is already 4, and x is equals to 2 plus 4, and x is equals to what? 6. And that is the answer. So in coordinate form, x and y is equals to your x is 6 and your y is 4. And that is the answer to this question. Thank you very much. Make sure you subscribe. Today we'll be looking at indices that will lead us to quadratic, and at the end of the day we'll use completing the square method to solve that quadratic equation. So let's look at this question now. We have 3 raised to the power 2x plus 2 minus 10, 3x plus 1 plus 9 is equals to what? 0. So this is 3 raised to the power 2x. Now we are applying the law of indices. If you can remember that when you have 2 raised to the power a times 2 raised to the power b to be equals to 2a plus b. Now it will be equals to 2 raised to the power a plus b, and if you still want to expand it, you have 2a times 2b. So if you want to expand it, it will be 3 raised to the power 2x times 3 raised to the power 2 minus 10, 3 raised to the power x, the same thing here, times 3 raised to the power 1 plus 9 is equals to 0. Now you say let 3 raised to the power x be p. Let's use p now. X out of 2, no, let's use p. So we have, when you say 3 raised to the power x now be p, what is left here is square. So you have p raised to the power 2 times 3 raised to the power 2 is 9 minus 10. 3 raised to the power x is p times 3 raised to the power 1 is 3 plus 9 is equals to 0. So 9 times p square is 9p square minus 10 times 3 is 30 times p is 30p plus 9 is equals to 0. So you have got the quadratic equation. Now say using completing the square method. Using completing the square method. So we have, first of all, you move this one over, you have 9p square minus 30p plus 9 is equals to 0. So you now move this one over, you'll be having is equals to minus what? 9. So you make x square a unity, p square, sorry, a unity by dividing both sides by what? 9. So when you divide, you have p square minus 3 divide 9 is, let's say, it's 3. 3 divide 30 is 10. So this is minus 10 over 3p is equals to 9 here and 9 here. You have minus what? 1. So what is the coefficient of p? The coefficient of p is 10 over 3. Multiply it by half, you have 10 over 3. Minus, consider the minus sign. So minus 10 over 3 times half, you have minus 10 over 6. Square it to both sides, you have p square now plus, you are adding it to both sides, minus 10 over 6 all raised to power 2 plus minus 1 plus minus 10 over 6 all raised to power 2. So we have P minus plus is minus 10 over 6 all raised to power 2 is equals to minus 1 plus. Now 10 raised to power 2 is 100 all over 6 raised to power 2 is 36. The minus should go because we have 10 over 6 minus, that is minus 10 over 6. Minus minus is now plus. So we continue solving. We have P minus 10 over 6 all raised to power 2 is equals to. Now the LCM, when this 1 over 1, LCM of 1 and 36 is what? 36. So 1 divided 36, 36 times minus 1 is minus 36. Plus 36 divided 36 is 1. 1 times 100 is 100. So you have P minus 10 over 6 all raised to power 2 is equals to. Now 100 minus 36 will be giving you 6 is equals to plus or minus square root of 64 over what? 36. So you have P minus 10 over 6 is equals to plus or minus 8 over what? 6. Square root of 64 8 and square root of 36 is what? 6. So you have this one moved over to plus. So you have P is equals to 8 over 6 plus or minus 8 over 6. Changing from minus to plus 10 over 6. We have P is equals to plus 8 over 6 plus 10 over 6 or minus 8 over 6 plus 10 over 6. So P is equals to LCM of 6 is 6. So we have 8 plus 10 or 6 minus 8 plus what? 10. So P is equals to now 8 plus 10 is 18 over 6 or is all 2 over what? 6. So you have P is equals to 6 divided 18 is 3 or 2 over 3 will give you 1 over what? 3. Now remember you said let P raised to power x be. So the final answer now is when you analyze, you say when P is equals to 3, you have 3 raised to power x is equals to 3. So what will you raise 3 to give you 3 is 1. So you have 3 raised to power x is equals to 3 raised to power 1. Cancel out and your x is equals to what? 1. You see when P is equals to 1 over 3. So you have 3 raised to power x is equals to 1 over what? 3. And 3 raised to power x is equals to negative power law. We tell you that this is 3 raised to power minus 1. So cancel out and x is equals to minus 1. Therefore x is equals to minus 1 or x is equals to what? 1. And this is the final answer. Please make sure you subscribe and follow our YouTube channel for more mathematics tips. Thank you very much.